Good morning and welcome to Hometown Living.
Oh,
we are a little different location this morning here in the parking lot. I'm Craig.
And I'm Jackie, and we always love kind of sharing our morning with you, and a lot of you start your day with a good cup of coffee, and I love to have a good kind of breakfast moment. And one of my favorite, just quintessential, if I'm just going to have a lovely breakfast moment, it's donuts and a really, really good cup of coffee. So we've got the donuts taken care of this morning from Guilt-Free Protein Donuts in Goshen, and that's also where we are because the beautiful setup behind us is the new home of Guilt-Free Protein Donuts. And I say home because it's on wheels, so it's going to be traveling to a lot of locations throughout the area where you're going to be able to get these guilt-free protein donuts.
And we're going to learn about the guilt-free part later in the hour.
We are, and
I kind of can't wait. Jackie's going to make some, and I'm going to eat some.
You're going to eat some.
But for now, what is this? What is all this fanciness here?
So I told you before, you know, a couple weeks ago that I really wanted to learn how to do a French press coffee for myself. I really like on the weekends to enjoy just a little extra special moment because typically in the week, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Not yet. During the week, I drink my coffee super quickly.
I just want you so bad.
I will let you when the time comes. But on the weekend, I like to spend a little bit of extra time having a really great cup of coffee. So I've kind of created this beautiful setup. And whenever I want to do something, I do a lot of research about it. So I was reading up on how to do it correctly, some tips and tricks. I know you really want to press that button. Don't do it just yet. So one of my favorite places in Goshen and Elkhart is the Electric Brew. So I picked up some really great whole bean coffee from the Electric Brew. I mean, go ahead and smell that. It's so aromatic. This is a Colombian blend, so it's a female produced coffee as well, and then you know the Electric Brew will roast that for you. So you get it the whole bean, so it looks like this, and then I purchased a coffee grinder, but you can also do it in other ways. But when you're doing a French press, you want to grind it as like coarse salt. So you don't want to do a fine ground like you're going to do your drip coffee maker. It's going to be a little bit more of a coarse grind when you're doing that here. And so we heated up the coffee. So you want to heat up the coffee to just before boiling. So you want it pretty hot. And then you put your ground coffee at the bottom of your French press. You pour that super hot water over on top of the coffee grounds, and then you let it sit for about 4 minutes. So typically I'll fill this all the way up, but I know that you are not a coffee drinker, so you already have your mug full of Diet Coke.
Oh, mug full of Diet Coke.
So I only did enough for 1 mug for myself.
Oh, that's so good. And you know what? I'm already enjoying mine, and you're still making yours.
I'm still making it. So what you do then, because I'll let you, because you've been wanting to do it. Well, you've wanted to push this down.
Am I pushing?
So nice and slow, okay? So nice and slow all the way down.
Look, I'm pushing Jackie's
there
buttons, folks.
There we go, all the way down.
She couldn't let me do it myself. She got to help me.
I know. We got to get the speed down. And so then you want to make sure, because your French press will have this little grated side to it. To make sure that you're going to pour evenly, and if there's any coffee grounds that made it through the bottom of the French press, that they're not going to go into your mug. And look at our little beautiful mug set. This is kind of a great representation of the Goshen Elkhart area because Guilt-Free Protein Donuts from Goshen, the Electric Brew, Goshen Elkhart, and this setup here is from Clay Table, based out of Goshen as well.
Holiday, thanks for the coffee.
If you love if you love them, you can pick them up at Arts on the Mill Race on September 11th. In Goshen,
the
mugs, the mugs,
and then
and so these are also going to be available at Arts on the Mill Race as well. You can also check out his website,
He's been
Clay
on the show,
Table,
and I've already commissioned him to make a whole bunch of Christmas presents.
Right,
I do
they're
love it.
beautiful.
Is it appropriate to toast?
It is appropriate to toast.
Oh, look at that!
But I want you to smell it because I know you're not a coffee drinker.
No,
but I love a.
Okay.
I love a good
cup
of
French
coffee,
folks. That's what it smells like. Oh, this Diet Coke.
Well, vintage. You may not love coffee, but we love donuts.
Jackie, I can't wait for you to bring me some after your segment. These look amazing.
These are for us to eat right now because we have to start our day with a good coffee and donut moment. So this is a strawberry, espresso chocolate, the birthday cake vanilla, and this is a kind of a cookies and cream donut as well. So which one looks good for you?
No, you pick first.
Oh, which one looks good? I mean, I love a good cookies and cream.
Ooh, I'll take it so we're still symmetric on the plate.
I know we did a cheers with the coffee and Diet Coke. We're going to do a cheers. We're going to take a big bite. Oh my goodness.
I don't feel guilty.
I don't feel guilty at all. We're going to learn about that guilt-free because
no gluten,
this is
no guilt.
This is decadent.
All the goods. Oh, they should use that as their little thing.
We should totally use that. So these are fantastic.
Yeah.
So I love
learning
learning something new. So that was my French press kind of tips and tricks. But I know that there's a lot more individuals, especially that watch Hometown Living, that probably have used the French press for a lot longer than I have. I love tips and tricks that if you have your own way that you make your cup of coffee, or if you have a great local spot in the area that you love to get your whole coffee beans from.
Or if you have any suggestions on how I take my Diet Coke, you know.
Do you do that a little cream and sugar? Do you like it out of a plastic bottle, a can, or from the fountain?
I really like the plastic bottle version the best. Very
Really?
cold with lots of ice, the kind that they have at the Chick-fil-A.
Oh,
Little pebbles of ice. I'm
they're-
an ice connoisseur. So, with all of that great information and all the tips you're going to give us, why don't you send us an email?
Send us
Where
an
can they
email.
send that email, Jackie?
They can send us an email at htl@wsbt.com. If you have something going on in the community, or if you're a local business that want to be a part of our show, send us an email. We also love when our viewers go over to our social media. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have YouTube. And when you go over to that Facebook page, what, Craig?
You get a chance to be
The fan of the day.
The fan of the day today is Orville.
Orville.
Orville's wishing he had some donuts like this, I bet.
Oh, he's wishing he had some French press, some donuts, all the things.
Well,